Hello everybody, welcome back yet again to more Xenonauts 2. We're in the thick of it now, we're getting deep into the campaign. We're starting to need to be on top of our panic, so Asia is becoming a concern, but it's not massively concerning yet, it's just something we need to keep an eye on. Now we did just get a massive influx of cash, and that's kind of going to be the focus on what we're going to deal with at the start of this video. So I have a bunch of upgrades I want to buy, but at the moment we are capped on power. We've got 4 generators, and we have, completing in 12 hours, the Elenium generator upgrade, which will give us a lot more power. When that's done, we need to build a hangar. That hangar is going to be the place that we build the new dropship in to begin with, and then once we've got that dropship built, we'll get rid of the halal snack pack, and we'll be able to build another fighter, probably a next-gen fighter in that empty hangar. So it's part of a big expansion because we need a hangar to build something in. I also want to get another storeroom. At the moment, we're a little bit tight on capacity, and getting another storeroom will just take some of that heat off. And I want to build 2 missile batteries. But we need more power for that. I can lay down the storeroom right now because storms don't use power. If I put it next adjacent to the storm, we will get a small adjacency bonus for some extra room. At this point, I'm hoping this base never gets invaded by the aliens because I've not been on top of the layout and I didn't build a choke point, so the aliens could just land everywhere. It's going to be a nightmare to track them down. I do not want to do a mission where I have to clear out this base. Okay, now we were looking at placing a new base. I'm going to save that for this month. I think the focus really needs to be getting the Dragonfly dropship built, and getting all the stuff around that is going to just put us below a decent amount of funding to also build a base. So we're just going to focus on the Dragonfly. What we are going to do is we're going to spend a lot of money on getting some of these engineering projects done. There's quite a lot of stuff I want to pick up. To begin with, we need 1 more suit of Warden armor. I also want to get the alloy vehicle armor upgrade, and I'm going to try out the laser cannon upgrade as well. I've never used it. I want to give it a go. Nothing in aircraft at the moment. I don't want to get the alloy plating on the laser lance at the moment. I do want to get the laser battery upgrade, but I'm not going to buy that just yet. I also want to get 3 laser pistols. And I think that's everything I wanted to buy here. Warden armor, nothing stun gun. Oh, I also want to rebuild the 3 sentry guns that we have as well. We looted them from the cleaner base last time. They're only 20,000 to build. Great defense and putting things in our way. They're just very useful. I will lay down the laser battery upgrade just so that it's in the queue, but it's going to be a while before we get there. There's a whole ton of stuff that's going on here. What I do want to do is I want to move this Warden armor up. This is very important that it gets done, and I would also like the alloy vehicle armor to be done as well, so putting them to the top of the list. Bear in mind that we do have a new workshop under construction, and once that is completed, I will be hiring more engineers, which will mean that we'll get through our engineering backlog a little bit faster. I have also added Private Zinc 1701 to the roster. So welcome on board Zinc. Private Zinc and Private Shin are both going to get their first missions hopefully in this video. And I think that's everything we need to do before we kick off. Once we have the Elenium generator upgrade completed in 12 hours, there's some more base building to do. But let's see what the game has in store for us. My big focus at the moment is we are pushing down panic in every area apart from Asia. And I know that some people like to min-max the game and abandon a region. I'm trying to play this from the most altruistic position I can. So I am going to try and save Asia. Now, Asia doesn't actually have anyone who can help us push down. There's no operatives there. But we'll try and get rid of probably the intelligence person if we can. It's 100 to eliminate them. Or we could maybe look at getting rid of this engineer because that again will help us. They're getting +2 panic and they're building up +2 panics. Whichever one, we're almost at 100 at OP. But let's start the timer again. We're probably gonna have to deal with some aliens, obviously. We're gonna have to deal with some aliens. I hope you're all doing very well. Okay, there's the Elenium generator project done. So now we have a big power capacity. So I'm gonna add a hangar up here. And I'm going to add 2 missile batteries down here. Now the missile batteries get an adjacency bonus, and they will eventually be upgraded into laser cannons. You can see now why I've decided to go for this big base expansion rather than actually going for the new base, because the amount of money you need to set that base up is actually quite high. You notice we've got a new graphic for the Elenium generator, which is pretty cool. So Elenium generators now produce 80 power on their own and have an adjacency bonus of 50, which is massive. It's why we have so much power. And yeah, the base is in a good position. We just need to be careful we don't lose the base because all of our eggs are in one basket at the moment. Let's go back to time ticking forward. We'll get all that other stuff built out, and we'll see what the aliens are up to. My biggest concern right now is The panic is just a little bit higher than I would like it to be. There's our Warden armor, great. Now we're going to get the alloy vehicle armor. And we've now completed the X3 Dragonfly dropship research. So the biggest bonus about this dropship is, yes, it's fast, yes, it has a longer range, but it can carry 10 soldiers and up to 2 vehicles. Now, I don't think I'm going to use 2 vehicles, but this means I can take 1 vehicle and 9 soldiers on a mission instead of 1 vehicle and 7 soldiers. So that those 2 other soldiers are going to make such a difference on missions. The X3 Dragonfly is a tilt-rotor dropship that combines the performance of a turboprop aircraft with the functionality of a helicopter. Increased carrying capacity and speed make it a major upgrade over the old X2 Skyhawk. The most notable feature of the Dragonfly are the twin tiltable rotor assemblies, each of which is auto-stabilized and can be controlled independently. I think this thing would be a blast to fly. This makes the Dragonfly easy to maneuver in tight spaces, an important consideration given it will frequently called upon to deploy soldiers into confined urban environments. The rotors are reinforced with alien alloys and driven by a pair of ER2 Elenium reactors. I love this kind of like, here's how we're using the alien technology across all the board. I really, really like it. That allow the generation of truly monstrous amounts of thrust. When locked in flight position, i.e. tilted forward, the Dragonfly is easily capable of breaking the sound barrier. Although smaller than the Skyhawk, the Dragonfly can nonetheless carry a larger squad of 10 combatants, including up to 2 vehicles. This increased carrying capacity is primarily responsive to the removal of the Skyhawk's enormous fuel tanks, which are no longer required due to the aforementioned Elenium reactors. Unsurprisingly, constructing a Dragonfly will be expensive and consume large quantities of precious alien materials. Yet I suspect it is a price well worth paying. One does not require an intellect as vast as my own to observe that bringing more soldiers into battle will increase our chances of victory. So we now need a new research project. I would really like to get the Phantom Interceptor done. I would also like Guardian Battle Armor done. And there's also some extra funding stuff in here. Now, we're quite a long way from a funding push, but there is a lot here. Also, Observation Sibelium. This should unlock a very nice piece of technology. So we're going to do Observation Sibelium first. Now, if we just have a quick look at engineering, the X3 Dragonfly is going to cost us 500,000, which we have, 25 Elenium, we have 28, and 40 alloys, we have 69. So we have everything we need to build it. We just need an empty hangar. So as soon as this hangar is done in 11 days, we can lay down the Dragonfly, and then we can get ready to retire the Halal Snack Pack. That does also mean that we are going to need a new name for our transport. It can no longer be the Halal Snack Pack. I would quite like to stick with the food theme. I think it's quite funny. So if you can think of a really good food theme, maybe some other late night takeaway food, like the Pakora Pack or something, I'm on board for that. For those of you that don't know what a Halal Snack Pack is, it is the Australian versions of chips, cheese, and curry sauce, or poutine, or whatever it is you get after you've been out on a night out and you need some food. Okay, so the Sibelian observation has completed. Having spent some time observing our captive, I feel I must express my admiration for your soldiers. That is the first time he has ever been anything but critically negative to anyone but himself. Subduing such a fearsome beast could not have been easy. The Sibelian has been pacing the containment tube like a caged animal since it arrived, roaring furiously and throwing itself against the glass with such frequency that most of my staff have been forced to relocate to the other side of the laboratory. Basic communication was surprisingly simple to establish, as our captive has never been shy about demanding food whenever it is hungry, which is all of the time. It speaks a rough, guttural language with a limited vocabulary that has proved simple to translate. Sadly, extracting meaningful information has been difficult. Sibelians appear closer in intelligence to apes than humans, which makes them rather poor conversationalists, and raises rather awkward questions about how they came to possess starships. Testing their purported regenerative abilities proved more valuable. For once, it appears battlefield reports have not been exaggerated. My observations suggest the captive is capable of healing damaged tissue at such an astonishing rate that the matter urgently warrants further research. Nonetheless, the process still takes several minutes to complete, an eternity on the battlefield. Finishing these creatures off quickly will prevent it from becoming an issue. So they have regeneration, we now can prove that. They can't heal stun damage, which is good to know. They have bad eyesight, which is a massive penalty to accuracy at range. They have scaled skin, which counts as armor, and they also can wear armor. And they have a claw attack in melee. What they do not have, which a lot of people are being confused about, is infrared vision. They did have infrared vision in Xenonauts 1. They do not have it in Xenonauts 2, so you can safely smoke Sibelians. We can now research tissue regeneration. So tissue regeneration is a 7-day research. Analysis of alien surgical devices and regenerative stem cell samples may allow us to improve our own medical equipment and facilities. We're going to do this research. This is a huge research chain that leads to some amazing technology. All right, let's keep time ticking on. I'm actually going to speed it up a little bit faster. Okay, we've got a UFO on site. It is a medium. It is coming in. Let's, where is it coming in? It's coming in over the top of Africa. Yep, let's get a team in the air. We're going to send Horus and Ra with their torpedoes and stuff. This UFO kind of looks like it's coming straight to the base. And this is the time where I'm going to start to get really concerned that the aliens are wanting to take our base out. Because this is when they start hunting for us. But yeah, that's coming straight for the base. That's a dropship. Okay, it's another destroyer. We're going to commence the attack. We should be able to wreck this thing. Let's begin. I'm not gonna accelerate. I'm not gonna afterburn. We're gonna launch our torpedoes and then our sidewinders. It's been pointed out to me that I'm incorrect. The torpedoes are faster than the sidewinders, so I can just allow them to fire everything as soon as we begin. I'm gonna get Ra to start pulling in this way. And that was an instant shoot down. 2 torpedoes just crushed it. This is why getting the missile technology is so good in the early game. Alright, it's a crash destroyer. Unfortunately, we've already cleared out a bunch of destroyers, so we're going to have to leave this. I mean, I could spend the op points, but honestly, I'm quite happy at the moment to just build up the base, so I'm going to collect the bounty. We're also going to spend 100 operation points to get rid of this, this elite intelligence officer. And then we're going to take over someone in Asia as well. Let's get time ticking forward as well, again. We can speed time up a little bit. There is still, I think, another UFO somewhere up in... Yeah, there's another UFO flying around America right now. Alloy vehicle armor is done, and we're now working on civilian corpse analysis. If I just jump into the armory for a second, what this should let me do is if I bring Asteria in here, is I can now... So yes, I've now got access to alloy plating, which gives me 40 armor if I use the heavy alloy plating, which is a massive bonus over what she had before, which I think was about 20 armor. So that's a nice upkeep. This is a problem. This is why we need another base soon, because they're just flying completely unmolested all over North and South America and scaring everybody and stealing cattle and blowing up airlines, and we can't have that. I'm going to speed time up a little bit more. We're just waiting for something to happen right now. The aliens that are attack... Okay, this is our first terror mission. This is big. Okay, the aliens are attacking a major population center. Panic in this region will rise significantly if we are unable to stop them. This is a Western terror mission. We only have 1 day to act, so we have to go now. Let me just make sure time is slowed down. I'm going to... we can check the briefing, actually. The aliens are attacking a major population center. We must clear the air forces to prevent a significant rise in local panic. We can... Each surviving... Oh, this is a bomb mission. Okay, it's not the quite mission I thought it was. There are alien bombs that we need to defuse. We need to move fast on this mission. So I'm going to start getting a team together for this, and I will be back with you as soon as that team is online. Bear with me just a couple of minutes when I put that together. This took a while. I wanted to take both of our new privates with me, but I just couldn't fit both of them in. So Shin, I know you still haven't hit the board, but you will be. I'll make sure to take you on the next mission. I've got Sorbical and Chris Big Daddy coming along as shield soldiers. We've hit the stage of the game where I'm going to give them rifles rather than shotguns. Sorbical hasn't got the best accuracy, but that can be trained up and helped with the laser rifle. So I'm bringing a laser rifle and a whole ton of ammo for it, because I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time and only have 5 shots. So she's got 5, 10, 15, 20 shots plus the 5 in the gun. Obviously we'll double this at the start of the mission. Chris Big Daddy is a decent shot, so he is bringing along an accelerated rifle. This is one of the best things about just taking out the cleaners is you get their accelerated rifles. They're exactly the same as the ones you can build. They just look a lot cooler. So we're going to be using them. Asteria is coming with the rocket launcher and the laser. I think having the cover destruction is very, very useful. We've got Crash Test coming along and Zinc coming along as our assaults for this mission. I've got Tachyon and Sir Crazy Dice Power coming along as our riflemen. Again, they're both rocking accelerated rifles, which will mean they'll do a lot more damage. And I've got Fat Newbie 2, as always, coming along as a sniper. We now have enough Warden armor again for everybody to have a suit of Warden armor, which means I'm not bringing Fat Newbie along without any armor, which I'm very happy about. Terror missions are pretty hard. We will be up against a really tight time limit, and we may see some really nasty aliens. So I'm going to deploy the team. That's the main reason I'm not taking both rookies. I think taking 2 privates on a terror mission is a bad idea. Technically, I probably should bring the best of the best on this mission, but we're going in with what we've got. The better I do, the more panic we're going to bring down to Western Europe, which, to be fair, isn't that high, but it's better than nothing. So let's launch the combat team, and we will see what we're dealing with on the ground. See if something else happens while they're on the way. Day mission, of course. Okay, I will see you on the battlefield. This is our first terror mission. I am actually quite worried. These can be very, very difficult. They're called terror missions for a reason. I'm expecting a lot of aliens. I'm expecting a lot of civilians to make things difficult. I'm expecting new alien types that might throw me. Here we go. Okay, our forces have reached the terror site. Our primary objective is to clear the area of aliens, so the locals don't have to flatten their own city to regain control. Remember though, the more civilians that survive, the better we'll look. Try to rescue at least a few of them. Okay, we are starting in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, which is good. That means we can't be flanked on this side or this side, which is something we don't want to happen. We've got what looks like a small office, a small restaurant right in front of us with a roof. That could be a very powerful position to take. There's a civilian here. We've got an office building over here with a civilian in it, and that's really all we can tell. I'm going to make sure, first of all, that we remember to remove the extra equipment from our shield soldiers' inventories. So we've got a spare laser rifle here if one of them loses their shields. And we've got a spare accelerated rifle here if one of them loses their shield. Also bear in mind, Chris Big Daddy here does not have a rebreather, so he can't stay in smoke for too long. Then I need to check and confirm. So if you're hearing that in the background, the dog is rolling around the floor. That there's no aliens in our blind spots. It's very important that we check these. Okay, no aliens in our blind spot. We can deploy. This is actually quite worrying because it means we're going to... Okay, the dog is making a lot of noise. It means we're going to wander out into the fog of war, not really knowing what we're dealing with. I'm going to take Sorbical. I'm going to put her in cover behind this car, exposing a little bit more of this area here. Let me see if there's anything. I've got a feeling there might be something in this building. Okay, there's an alien bomb. They're not important to our mission objective, but I don't think we want to shoot at enemies near them in case we scatter and hit them. But so far, this is clear. I now want to check out this way. We're going to use Chris Big Daddy for that. That's what shield soldiers are for. Shield soldiers are for. God, I can't speak. I want to check in this window as well. Okay. It looks like there's maybe a wall or something here. We're just going to run to here. Check back this way. Okay, there is a door there. That's concerning because if I have soldiers set up here and someone comes through that doorway, they can shoot us in the back. So I probably want to say we don't want to deploy anyone past this line until we've cleared this building. We don't want this behind us. What I am going to do, these trellises actually block fire. You can't shoot through them even though you can see through them. So I can deploy soldiers here. I do want to look a little bit... Okay, we've got a bomb. There's still no sign of any aliens. I am just a little bit nervous about deploying past this window. So we're going to clear this building first. I'm going to bring Chris Big Daddy back to here, turn this way, and we're just going to hold this corner down. I do want to keep an eye on this building here, so I'm going to put Tachyon in cover here, facing this way and crouching. So we've got some reaction fire on anyone coming in this direction, but most of my team is going to go this way. So we need to clear the building. There is a doorway here. I don't know if I've got enough TU to clear to the doorway this turn. What I would like to do is bring Crazy Dice Power to this position so he can watch this area for me and still have reaction fire. We're going to crouch just for that little bit of accuracy. Remember that crouching gives us a plus 10% accuracy bonus and a 10% defense bonus. This doorway is important. I think I'm going to stack Zinc here, and I'm going to get Crash Test and put her behind this car. The idea being that Zinc comes in through this doorway, Crash Test goes in through this window next turn. That's the plan. I'm going to crouch both of them for the bonus. Obviously, that does reduce their amount of movement next turn. I'm going to bring Fat Newbie forward to here because his eventual plan is going to be to take this roof. So we're going to move Fat Newbie to here. It's a little bit of a bold move for me. And then just in case something happens on this angle, I'm going to park Asteria here, facing this way. And we have reaction fire with the laser if something happens. Very quick, simple deployment this turn. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what the aliens are doing with it. I'm just really worried about being shot in the back from this window. It's the kind of thing that would happen to me, so I'm not taking any risks on it. The one thing is we haven't bounded forward to rescue the civilian. We may lose some civilians this turn. Not seeing any aliens yet has me concerned. Okay, there's a civilian in the building. He has opened all the doors for us and smashed a window somewhere. There's a guy over there. Don't go that way. Come to the Sky Ranger. Come to the Sky Ranger. No, don't run away from the Sky Ranger. Yes, run to us, run to us. Don't, okay, all the doors are now open. But there's at least two... Okay, someone just got shotgunned and then got reaction fired. I don't know if they died. But someone just fired a shotgun at an alien, and I think they killed an alien with a shotgun. Sounded like a sectom. Something just smashed through that window. What is going on over there? That... Okay, I'm hearing plasma. And lots of plasma. It sounds like there's a lot of aliens in that direction. There's blood stain on the floor here. Someone died off screen. Okay, I'm going to start clearing this building. Let's bring Zinc around the corner here. We're also going to bring Sorbical to here to look inside the building for me. Okay, we've got 2 civilians. The fact that they're still alive makes me believe that there are no aliens in here. But we're going to bring Zinc inside. We're going to rescue the civilian. And then we're going to move to here, and we're going to rescue the civilian. Okay, that's 2 rescue civilians. He is unfortunately now blocking Crash Test from getting into the building. But it looks like, to me, this building is clear. I'm going to put Zinc here. And that's really all Zinc could do this turn. Okay, we've got an alien. There's a Secton commander or officer across the road. I'm just going to crouch Zinc here. She should be fine in that position. I'm going to bring Sorbical to this position here and just check the rest of the road before we clear a route to the roof. Everything else looks pretty clear. Can I get Fat Newbie on the roof this turn? I can't get Fat Newbie on the roof this turn. I can get Fat Newbie to this position here where he has directional cover from this. It's a little bit dangerous if somebody comes out of this building, but I don't think there's going to be anybody there. So I'm going to move Fat Newbie forward to take the roof next turn. Thanks for closing the door, Fat Newbie. You really needed to do that. I'm going to crouch you just in case. Alright, we need to set up a firing line to prepare for whatever is coming from this direction. I don't think I need to worry about being shot in the back anymore. So let's bring Big Daddy up to this corner. Oh. I don't know what that is. Did they crash through the wall? Is that why that wall is destroyed? That is some kind of murder robot, for sure. I don't like what I'm seeing. But we'll bring Chris Big Daddy forward. Oh. And a Secton. Okay, I'm not too worried about a Secton. Oh. Okay, another murder robot. Right. We need to think about this really carefully. What I want to do is blow the front of this building off with Asteria so that we can start shooting people inside it. But this civilian means I can't do that. I'm not going to put a civilian... I'm not going to shoot at a civilian if we can possibly rescue him. I am also not going to run at this civilian and potentially put us in danger. We need to set up some firing positions, but I'm really worried, because this is all half cover, that we just get capped in the head. I think I'm going to leave Tachyon where he is for reaction fire. I'm going to bring Crazy Dice Power to this position. Turn and crouch. He's not going to do any reaction fire this turn, but next turn he can fire. I want to bring Crash Test to here, actually to here, which means I can throw a smoke grenade if I need to. I'm tempted to smoke this half of the building, to leave this open for fire, but just reduce the amount of directions they can fire at me from. Because this also means that enemies over here can't shoot like through this way if I smoke over here. So I am going to smoke here. Oh, she can't smoke that far. What, did I actually click on the smoke? No, I didn't. She can smoke to here with a 56. Which isn't quite as far as I would like, but it does smoke everything I want smoked. And she's safe in cover there. Okay. That means that I can move Chris Big Daddy forward. I'm going to crouch him here by the wall. I'm going to drive Asteria into cover where she can't be shot at, but where she can help out next turn. So drive her to here. And then drive forward to here. She can watch this angle for me. So I've got my rifleman in position. I've smoked off half of the ways they can shoot at me. Tachyon is potentially in trouble here. The question is, how accurate are these things? Are they going to snipe me from across the map and kill my guy? Or am I safe enough in cover back here to react to them coming in? I'm not sure. I'm a little bit concerned. Tachyon hasn't acted. Everyone else has. Fingers crossed I haven't just committed suicide. Let's see what happens. What I really want to do is I want to blow the wall, and then we can just shoot. Don't go into the building. Okay, there's a civilian over there who just ran back into the building they ran out of, but I think he just wanted to crash through some quick glass windows. Fair enough. Okay, is that the same robot? Well, that's that guy dead. Okay, it looks like they're shooting at civilians, not us. Maybe I should be a little bit more proactive in moving forward. I don't know. That guy's just wandering around in there. Secton's coming forward. We're definitely blowing that wall this turn, if we can. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to use the steer to blow this wall so we can start taking shots at the robot that's inside. We don't have a shot from here. I'm going to have to move to here, and now I have a shot. Basically, I want to pop tart. I want to pop out, shoot, and go back into cover. I've got a 43% no matter where I'm launching here because of the intervening walls. If I move to here, that jumps... Oh, okay, that's the robot we saw drive away. That's fine. This jumps up to a 73. So we're going to blow this wall here, I think, which should give me line of sight on everybody inside. Of course, we got an Overwatch. Of course, imagine taking a rocket to the face, right? You're hiding behind a wall, you're crouching, you're in some weird building you've never been in before. You're a secton, right? You're the lowest ranked soldier in the pyramid. Out of nowhere, the wall around you just explodes. What's your reaction to fire a shot back? I guess that's some pretty good training. I don't know if I've got enough TU to get into cover, but I'm going to try. I do. Oh, I had enough to... No. Oh. 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 Okay, Asteria may have just saved everybody's lives. That is a Secton officer or an Secton... Sorry, a Scion officer or a Scion commando. If I'm correct in the coloring of this guy's uniform, they can mind control. This is a new enemy we haven't faced yet. He was presumably inside this building the entire time, and we were acting like the building was clear. This guy has to die. Public enemy number 1, because if he mind controls my team, we're dead. If you miss a shot on this guy, you get mesmerized as well. I can bring Zinc to here. I believe this table is a double table, and shoot him in the back. But this is no longer a priority. This is now the priority. Okay, there's like a million Scions in the road. Okay, I can actually run to here, and I've got an 89% chance to kill him. There's no point using the snapshot because I won't have enough for a second shot if I miss. That didn't kill him. It did do a lot of damage, but it didn't kill him. We could try and capture him. He's taken a lot of damage. I could flash him and then try and smoke him with someone. I want to see if I can get a shot on one of these Scions with Fat Newbie. If I get Fat Newbie up on the roof here, he'll have it. He won't have enough for a shot. So he's kind of out of it this turn. Unless I pop around the corner here, take a shot and go back into cover. If I do that, I'll have 7 TU left. I'm not sure if 7 is enough to turn around and get back into cover. The other option is I move him here. If I move him there, he won't have enough TU. If I put him there, he will. And you'll have a 40... He won't have enough TU to turn around and fire it there anyway. I can get Sorbical to flash or smoke this guy, potentially. I'm not sure how good a throw she is. Like, if she can throw over the building. She cannot get on the roof either. So she needs 34 TU to throw. So probably from here, if I want to throw a smoke, she has a 74 smoking inside, which is absolutely fine. Do you have a flashbang? You do. So I can smoke and flash this. And Zinc basically is going to have to just crouch. This is really dangerous. The other option is I try and shoot him, and then I flash. But if I miss the shot, he will wipe all of my TU. That's how these guys work. They'll mesmerize and he'll wipe my TU. We could also use Fat Newbie to throw, because Fat Newbie doesn't have anything else to do this turn. If I get Fat Newbie on the roof, he'll be facing the wrong direction, but he will have a throw. I could actually put him here and get a shot now I'm thinking about it. He'll have a 49% chance to hit this guy. I mean, that's... How safe do I think he is on the roof there? I think if there's a standing up shield soldier in the road, probably not that worried, but we need to deal with this first. There's too many things going on. I'm getting distracted in like 8 different directions. This guy's taking a lot of damage. If I smoke and flash him, I think there's a very good chance we could knock him out. It's also just the worry of leaving him alive, right? Do we just try and kill him? Because getting rid of him is a much safer... I mean, I could throw a grenade at him to here. Or here's a 50. That's 100%. That's going to hit him, that grenade. There's no chance that I lose TU on that grenade. And then I shoot him with my remaining pistol shot, and we see what happens. And now we shoot. Okay, so he's now taken 3 shotgun shells to the back. Grenade frag. Now, admittedly, that's not going to be a lot of damage off the grenade because it's on the edge of the area. And an accelerated pistol shot. And he's still kicking. And there's also one of my grenadiers who could attempt to smoke or flash him. We do still have Crash Test. Crash Test can smoke or flash him or potentially grenade him again. I think I need to smoke here anyway because of these guys. Because they're just going to open up on Zinc, right? So we need to smoke here no matter what. So can I get a smoke grenade? Yes, I get a pretty nice smoke on him. Even if it scatters, that's actually a really good throw. So let's smoke. Okay, so now Zinc is protected. What I want to do now is I want to bring Sorbical into a position where she can flashbang this guy as well. I was looking for the least amount of chances. Okay, that's a lob over the building. There's a chance it'll hit the doorway. I'm going to go for the lob. Okay, he's there. I want Sorbical in the open, so they're shooting at Sorbical. That's very important. Okay, I don't mind that I suppress Zinc there. That's okay. It's okay that we suppress Zinc, as long as this guy is suppressed. Alright, now the remaining soldiers that I have, first of all, let's get you in cover, need to shoot at these guys. We don't have great shots. I'm going to shoot at the robot over the Sectom. I could also burst fire in an attempt to suppress. I think I can't suppress the robot, right? I think I'm just going to take my two 55% chance shots. Great start, Tachyon. Okay, that's a hit. I'm actually really worried about them shooting at me, so I am going to smoke in front of me, I think. I've got enough TU to fire one shot, and then I can smoke. Okay, that changes things slightly. I just don't know what this thing is capable of, and I'm worried about return fire here. I'm being overly cautious, but I think prudence is the correct mode here. I'm gonna bring Fat Newbie on the roof. I'm gonna crouch Fat Newbie, and I'm gonna take a shot at one of these guys in the open. Okay, we won't talk about that. There's so much going on here. So many angles that I need to keep an eye on. Stay safe in that building, please. You're one of the only remaining civilians. Holy crap, it just runs through cover. I don't like these things. I don't like them at all. What a shot as well. They're super accurate. Okay, this is why I put her in the open, because to take these shots. Okay, he is not going unconscious. He just tried to mind control Zinc. There's another side. Oh my, there's so many enemies. He just executed somebody. Okay, he is bleeding out. He must be so low in health. I'm not going to try and capture him. We need to take him out. We also have this thing coming to murder us. And we have like a million guys in the road here. I wonder if I shoot this bomb, if the bomb will explode and hurt people around it. I'm very tempted to try and hit this with a missile this turn and clear this out. We need to do something about this guy. Zinc obviously is suppressed, so doesn't have a whole ton of actions this turn. I could bring her back to... No, even if she moves. The best I've got is shots from Sorbical. Sorbical's shield is at half health. If I move Sorbical into cover, I've got a 62% chance of hitting. If she can take this guy out, that makes my life a lot easier. The other option is I smoke here with Sorbical at the end of the turn, and we are basically guaranteed to capture. No, it's not worth the risk. Oh, okay, that guy is still in over there. I'm not too worried about him right now. This is the biggest problem. Okay, he is down. I'm going to crouch Sorbical. Let's get Fat Newbie in action. 100% on there. I want to kill the Scions at the moment. Okay, that was a good shot. Now for this robot. I've got a 45% chance to hit. I think I'm just going to take some pot shots at it. Holy crap. It's taken, what, 3 shots at this point? How is it still kicking? Tachyon took... Most of his armor took that attack. I really want to get Asteria over here. So I want to kill this with my resources over here, which basically is Crash Test. Oh, Asteria's blocking. Okay, let's move Asteria to here. That means Crash Test can now move. I have a grenade. I don't think a grenade's going to do much to it. I can run up to it and... Can I help you, puppy? Give me 1 second to sort the dog out. I think these robots are giving very strong Dawn of War 2 Dreadnought vibes. You know, the whole, I have come to destroy you. And I think that's making me very scared of them. From here, 23 times 3. We need to get up close and personal, which I don't really want to do. You don't have any shots from where you are. If I move you here, you've got a 35% on a 20. If I move you here, no chance. So here is probably the best shot. That's a 45. Obviously, if I fail to kill you, you're not in cover, and you're going to die. Can you? You can't go anywhere. The best shot is on this line, by far. Like, this is the best shot. The question is, if I fluff the shot, that's a 45, and I'll have enough for... Well, I actually got enough for an aim shot. That's a 62. If I fail to kill it, we're going to have to commit crash test to the kill. I either take 162 or I take 2 45s. I think I'm going to take 2 45s. Okay. So Crazy Dice Power is no tachyon. We now need to kill this thing. It is absolutely essential that we do. So Crash Test from here has an 82 times 3 and is surrounded by smoke. I don't think they can see her because of the bus. Crash Test, I need you to connect. Okay, we've learned some important things. They're super accurate. They can just crash through walls. And they are very hard to kill. Very hard to kill. Alright, I need to get Asteria a shot on this thing. She needs 40 AP to do that. This is the last position she can fire from. 41% chance of dropping a rocket there. This is going to scatter everywhere, isn't it? I'm going to... So this position here misses everyone. This one here hits all 3 of them. I'm going to roll the dice for that shot. Okay. That purple means that he is being mind buffed by a... That's actually a better chance to hit, isn't it? Because that's a 40. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I blew up the bomb, which means 5 less selenium for me at the end of the mission. But I just took out 2 huge threats with that bomb explosion. I'm pretty happy with that. That honestly could have gone worse. I think he has been injured by the explosion as well. Asteria, that's the best thing you've done all campaign. Well done. Let's bring Chris Big Daddy up. Remember that he hasn't got a rebreather. I'm going to put him in cover on the corner here, behind all of the smoke, standing up. Hopefully he's going to attract some fire. That's everybody acted. I'm a little bit worried about Crash. I'm a little bit worried about Dice Power. We need to get our rifleman over here stat. I don't think I can move... I can move Fat Newbie. This is a better position for Fat Newbie. There's more cover here. But he can't make their standing. I could also put Fat Newbie here. I'm going to move Fat Newbie to here and he can crouch. I'm just trying to like make sure he's in a good position for return fire. Okay, let's end the turn and see how the aliens react to that. I think using the bomb there was very, very powerful. It does mean less resources, but I want to get through this without casualties. Okay, there goes the trash can. Sector through the wall. Oh, okay, they used an explosive against me. The shields are doing work. Is that it? Okay, that was nasty, but honestly, it could have gone worse. I want to take this guy out with Fat Newbie. That didn't kill him, unfortunately, but he's very badly wounded. So this sector on here with the purple eyes is getting a huge accuracy buff from the Scions, which is something we need to be on top of. If I move Sorbical here, Sorbical's shield has 39 armor left. She can use the car as cover. There's not much else I can do with her right now. I've got Zinc in cover here. I've got Asteria here. I'm thinking a rocket here is what I need to clear this cover. We can put a... The dog is barking outside. I need to let her back in. Sorry about the interruption. I need a position for Asteria where she can get a rocket off and I don't need to worry about the scatter too much. I mean, I can actually fire from here. Oh no, 30% chance to hit. Smoke is such a double-edged sword in this game. If I put her here, she's only firing through one smoke tile. She has a defensive smoke tile. Nothing over here can shoot at her. And I can hit this area here and wipe out all of that cover pretty nicely. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so he's no longer in cover. He's actually also lost his buff. We have a lot of aliens in the open right now. There's a lot of smoke around them. It's a shame that my riflemen are so out of position at the moment. We're going to bring Crazy Dice Power around the back of the building here. I want to get him on the roof. So I'm just going to bring him to here. It's very kind of him to close the door. We're going to bring Tachyon around this way. We're basically going to set up cover using Chris Big Daddy, whose shield has not been damaged yet, and use him as portable cover. I have to remember that Chris Big Daddy does not have a rebreather, so I don't want him to stand in the smoke for too long. Is this tile here clear? No, it's not. But these tiles here are clear. I can move Chris Big Daddy up to here. Also kind of want to maybe kill some aliens this turn. I mean, Sorberclaw has a very low chance to hit this guy. This guy's in the open and on low HP. We could potentially move Sorberclaw over this way to get a shot on him. She needs 20 for a shot. Do we think... Oh, she can't do that. Do we think Sorberclaw can pull that off? I don't think Sorberclaw can pull that off. What I think Sorberclaw could do is potentially get that grenade and kill that alien. Sorberclaw has one hell of an arm, by the way. What a throw. Nice. Okay. That's that flank. This flank was annoying me. That flank is dealt with. We now have... This is our primary threat on this side. We have Zinc, who's crouched in smoke at the moment. I could move her here. We do have a grenade on this guy. It's probably not going to kill him, but he's already taken damage from the rocket, and it's just continuing to pressure him down. I don't want to smoke this area anymore. I don't really want to flashbang him. Let's try the grenade. I'd love to get my hands on some plasma grenades. Okay, he's not down, but that's fine. We just need to get something done with Chris Big Daddy, and we need to get something done with Tachyon. I'm tempted to flashbang this guy if I can. What do I need for a flashbang? We need 23 TU. That's all going to make him run through smoke. If I run you to here, and then you're going to have to do it from here. I don't think you've got a big enough arm to throw that far. In fact, just... Yeah, you can only throw that far. Okay, let's just get you to turn this way. You're standing next to Asteria. You can act as cover for me to move Tachyon up. And I'll get Tachyon to crouch. Okay. Fire team's moving up. Everyone has taken actions apart from Crash Test. How could I forget about Crash Test? I don't want Crash Test to go in this building. I don't know if this building is clear. This cover here is problematic because it is flanked by the enemy here. So I can't make use of any of this cover. Could potentially go here, but I don't know what's up here. And we've got a flank on that. I think the safest place for Crash Test is behind Asteria here. But I'm now worried I'm putting too many eggs in one basket. I've already put too many eggs in one basket with all these guys grouped up here. What I could do, though, is just smoke in front of them, because they're not going to attack from here this turn. So what if I put you here and just drop a smoke grenade, like, right here in front of them? I think that's what I'm going to do. In fact, for extra safety... Oh, okay. I'm going to put you around the corner. I can't do that. You're just a little bit open to anyone over here, but I think most of the enemies are in this direction. Okay, let's see what the comeback is. 2 Scions and a Secton that we know of, but it sounds like there's another one of those robots somewhere, because something just smashed through a wall. Oh, Zinc just took a shot to the face. There's another Scion. Okay, he missed. I'm worried about Zinc right now. Really worried about Zinc. And Zinc is dead. All my newbies keep getting killed. Ugh. I thought Sync would be fine there. That range and that fire, they're such good shots. I'm really, really annoyed about losing Zinc there. To trade for a grenade that didn't actually go off. Alright, Asteria through the smoke can fire and take out all the cover around this guy. That's what I want to do first of all. Nice reaction fire, loser. Sorry, I'm a little bit frustrated. That's me getting a little bit tilted over losing Zinc. That's why I said that. Okay, that was one of the worst scatters I could have had on that missile, because now I can't shoot in from over here. This guy here really needs to die. I either shoot him with Tachyon. Whatever shots does Tachyon have? Doesn't have a shot on him, doesn't have a shot on him, doesn't have a shot on him. Tachyon, take this guy out for me. Okay, that's good. That's that flank again. They keep attacking me on this flank. That flank is dealt with. I want to get Sir Crazy Dice Power up on this roof. Dice Power can actually get up here and take a shot. If I get to here, do we have line of sight on anybody? We don't, but we could potentially blow this wall. Sorbacol does not have a detpack. You don't have a detpack. You have a detpack, and you have a detpack. I'm so annoyed that we've lost Zig here. This is a really bad firefight for me. The problem I have at the moment is that the Scions are demonstrating much better accuracy than me at long range, and their guns kill me in 1 or 2 hits. So they're just continually chipping away at my team. I'm going to move Sorbacol up to here. And what I'm going to do... I can't smoke. I was going to try and smoke here, but I moved a little bit too far. That's fine. Sorbacol can hold this angle for me. And then I'm going to bring... If I have Sir Crazy Dice Power on this corner, he does have reaction fire, but he's also open to being shot. I think it's safer to put him up here because he has cover up here, which he doesn't have below. So I'm going to bring Sir Crazy Dice Power up to the roof. Have him face this way and crouch. He doesn't have a shot at the moment, but if these guys move, he does. Now, what am I going to do with this team? I need to know what's on this axis. So there's actually a reasonably safe position for Chris Big Daddy here because this smoke should protect him. And I need to see what is in this direction. Let's just step forward 1 step and look this way. Okay, it's looking pretty clear, but I don't know if there's anything in the building. I don't know if there's anything just past the fog of war. I'm very tense at the moment. I can feel the mission kind of slipping away from me a little bit. I think what I want to do is I want to smoke this area. So if I move you to here, I've got a smoke grenade right here, which just stops them from sniping me. They have to reposition to get these shots off, and it's these shots that are going to kill me. Okay. I need a firing position for Tachyon, which I don't currently have. This can do for the moment. Hard cover. He can shoot. He can't shoot through the tree, though. Well, he can shoot the tree. Okay. Hard cover. He hasn't got a line of sight at the moment. Crash test. I want to put her back in the building, right? But I know the building isn't safe. Like, that cover just doesn't work against the aliens. Let's put her here where there's hard cover. And there's also lots of smoke. And we'll crouch. And then we can maybe start moving across to the other side of the street next turn. Other options, I put her like back here. Yeah, we put her back here where it's a harder shot. And then next turn she can dash across and we can maybe start taking them out with a shotgun across here. Alright, I've got reaction fire. The enemies are mostly smoked. We killed 1 alien that turn. They've just got us. This is a really nasty firefight. I expected that Asteria was going to take some shots here. Okay, killed that mailbox. So he's in the open now. I don't think my sniper has a shot on this guy. No. Has 10% on this guy. Has a 68% on this guy. We could move to here. We'd still be able to fire an accelerated rifle shot. And how many T would we have after that shot? I have 3. So I won't be able to crouch, but I'm going to take this shot. Okay, that's a good shot. Now then, we've got Sir Crazy Dice Power. Doesn't have a shot on this guy from where he is. But if I moved him to here, he'd have a 15% or 15%, which isn't great. It isn't great. I don't want to put him right on the edge. If I put him right on the edge, like for instance, if I put him here, he would have a 45. But I'm really worried about the return fire from the aliens. But there's literally no point in taking the other shot. Like, it never connects. Okay, that's 2 hits on him. He's pretty badly injured. I need to come up with a plan for this guy. I've got Crash Test. I've got Sorbacol. I can move Sorbacol to here. 23% chance to hit is pretty low. But I could also smoke a grenade here, forcing him in towards us. Okay, that prevents him from shooting from where he is. Now I'm going to run crash test over. Oh god, I'm so worried about losing crash test here. I can't afford to lose crash test. I'm going to put crash test behind. And I'm going to flash... Oh, I can also flashbang him potentially from here. Yes, let's flashbang him. Let's get him under control. And then we can walk up and just kill him next turn. Okay, watch him walk out of the smoke and kill crash test. That's what's going to happen. Alright, over here, Asteria is in reasonable health. I want to blow this guy's cover up. Or we could blow the car and kill this guy. 61 there, 62, 56, 70% there. I'm going to rocket there and then get into cover. That didn't kill him. It didn't explode the car. So plasma explodes cars, but rockets do not. You sneaky. There is a Scion officer sneaking up on me on that angle. That's not good at all. Alright, we need to deal with him now. I can throw a debt charge and blow the cover that he's in, but I don't have anyone to shoot at him with. Do you have a flashbang? You do. Okay. We're going to blow his cover. We're going to try to blow his cover. Okay, then I'm going to get you. You need 23 TU to throw. To flashbang him. And the next turn we're going to shoot the crap out of him if we can. I don't have a shot on him right now, which is actually really good. This is apparently super cover. So I'm going to move into the super cover. And we're going to watch this angle if he comes around the corner. Obviously I don't have a shot. But this is evil. He was going to come up behind me and probably murder everybody. I'm so glad Asteria caught a glimpse of him. Okay. This guy up here should be bleeding out, I'm hoping. Sorry, I pointed with my finger. This guy here I'm hoping is bleeding. And there's still a robot. Holy crap. That's okay. Asteria's like able to tank a couple of shots. He is bleeding out, but that doesn't really seem to matter. So we've got 2 casualties now. We've lost Asteria too. And we've lost Zinc. This guy here did nothing. This guy here is in position. I want to try and take this guy out. I've got a 77 times 3 on him. That's not going to kill him. I know that's not going to kill him. And I don't have a double shot. I need 24 TU for the double shot. No. It's going to have to be the normal shot from here. And then we're going to have to try and finish him off with Sorbical. Bearing in mind, Sorbical cannot jump over this wall. So Sorbical has to run around this wall to take part in this attack. The other option is I creep forward a little bit further and I flashbang him again. So that next turn we are in a position to properly assault him. So basically I just flash and smoke once more and make sure this area isn't open. I think that's how I do it. I need 41 to throw. If I move to here and flash, he might have a reaction shot. And then we smoke again. He can't hopefully kill Crash Test. I'm going to reallocate Sorbical to this direction. Okay, this guy in the open is about to die. What do you have line of sight on? You can hit him. You can hit him. You can't hit him. You can hit the robot. I prefer for you to lay fire down on that robot, so I want you to kill this guy if you can. He's still alive! Oh my god. Okay. And now he's going to mesmerize. How is he still alive after that? He doesn't have any explosives left, and he still has his full shield available. I can put him in cover here as basically bait for these two, but they can just shoot at him from there. I need them to come around the corner so that I can open up on them with my rifleman, who also has no cover in this direction from his so-called super cover. So this actually isn't a very good position for him. Honestly, where I probably want to get him is on the roof. There's no path to the roof for you? Yeah, there's a path to the roof for you. Just no path to there, weirdly. I really want to get him just out of line of sight. So, like, around the back of the building is the way to go. Because this is not a safe place anymore. It's too open. He's got these two pounding down on him. If I get him on the roof, there's going to take me 3 turns to relocate him to the roof. I don't know if I've got time to do that. I could put him in cover behind this bench, but then he's open to these guys. I could bring him back into the building, but we also know the building isn't safe. Who do I have left? I've just got these 3. I almost want to keep Fat Newbie for reaction shots. Yes, we can shoot the robot. There's too many targets. This guy is a problem. We could potentially kill him, get him with smoke, actually. If I smoke grenade... but then I also want a smoke grenade here. I actually really think I need a smoke grenade here to control these guys, which will force them into this kill zone. I don't want them coming around this side of the building. I want to funnel them into here. If I put you around here in the open, that's going to attract... I need to use Chris Big Daddy as bait here. If I hold the corner with him here, I get you to continue... I don't want him to stay here, though. Can I get you in the building? No. Can I get you behind the bench? No. Can I get you behind the car? No. So throwing the grenade may have just signed your death warrant. I can get you to here, but if he comes around the back, you're fully exposed to death. Could also get you here, which again I think is a full exposure to death. It is more cover than you have here though, and they have to come through the smoke. I think that's the best I can do. Okay, all I need to do is make a decision what I want to do with Fat Newbie. The decision I need to make with Fat Newbie is I need to reload the gun, because he can't take a shot this turn. Alright, I'm so scared I'm going to lose Tachyon. Okay, he took the bait and is in the open. That's what I'm really scared of, because now Chris Big Daddy has no cover. And Chris Big Daddy is dead. Oh no, he's not dead. But he took about 100 damage there. How are you not dead? How are you not dead? Okay, first things first, I want to just clear this part of the puzzle. 62 times 3, and I'll have a backup shot after that. Okay, he goes down like a sack of bricks. In fact, he's unconscious. We've just captured a Scion. That's something we needed to do. Okay. You took a surprisingly low amount of damage. I thought I read a 100 there in that hit. I need to move you here so you have cover again. No, actually, you need to move to here. But first, we'll take a shot with Fat Newbie. I think we have to focus down. Oh, jeez. I don't know what happened to the mind reader. I don't know where the officer is at the moment. I don't have any line of sight on him. I can't see this corner if he's still in the corner, but he could be anywhere. We've got 2 Scions left, a robot, and an officer. As far as I can tell, that's everything. I'm really worried about losing my roof team. I'm actually going to pull Crazy Dice Power back to this position. He's got a 79 on him from there, a 33 on him, and 37 on him. We're just going to try and kill this guy. I could take the shot and retreat, actually. I'm going to take the shot and then retreat. Okay, he is finally out. He took way too many resources to kill, if I'm being completely honest. Right, you have better cover now. So I've got a 49% on this guy, a 65 on this guy. This thing is dangerous. Let's take a shot on it. Okay, that was a nice smash. This guy here is a problem. But we have some tools to deal with him. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to smoke this guy and take him out of the fight for now. Also, I think this mission is really demonstrating how valuable shields are. Alright. I'm going to hold Crash Test on this corner. In fact, if I can bring Crash Test to here, they're very safe. And next turn they can burst in and hopefully kill that guy. Hopefully they don't get marked for that. I think I'm going to retreat Tachyon to here. And be ready for reaction fire. Chris Big Daddy, I can take some shots at this guy with Chris. We can step out, take 2 shots, and step back into cover. We also have a whole ton of shield armor. Oh my god, Chris McDaddy, that was the most clutch action you could have taken. That was absolutely massive. I want to bring you into cover here, so you're watching this way in case he comes around the corner. I actually want to bring you to here. Okay. Let's see what happens. 2 Scions left. The roof was not an unexpected move. Unexpected move there. He took the secret third option. Okay, we have no idea where the enemy are right now. I have to try and scout this guy out with my shield, not my assault. So he dropped down, what, here? He's probably in this space. We do have a det pack on crash test. I can blow the wall, but I don't know how that helps me. I don't like losing track of aliens, because it can go really badly for you. I could lie in ambush here, and just basically wait for him to come around the corner and hopefully shoot him. But I don't know if I can kill him by doing that. I think if I bring Sorbical to here... I can't quite get Sorbical there. I can bring Sorbical to there, but she can't turn around. I can bring Sorbical here, and she can turn around. Let's bring Sorbical to here. And then step to here in a diagonal. Okay, there's no sign of the alien in this direction. He is tucked into the corner here. I could grenade over the wall to at least damage him a little bit, and I'll still have a reaction shot. He's definitely still there. Okay, to face this way. I don't think there's anything else I can do over here right now. The other thing we need to do is we need to find the Scion officer. He's not where I thought he was going to be. Okay, he has disappeared. Unless he's there. Crispy Daddy's the bait. I'm going to bring Tachyon back forward. I'm going to reposition my roof team to where they can take reactive fire across the whole street. I believe I know where he is. If he shoots from where he is, he's got a chance of hitting Tachyon. Crispy Daddy, though. I'm going to relocate him to here. Okay. A little bit nervous about how this is going to play out, but let's see. And we just don't know where that Scion officer is. There's still a robot, an android thing. Did you hear that? There's still a robot thing out here. I'm pretty sure the dude that was here just went into the building. But we're not going to go this way. We're going to go this way and try and spawn him laterally. Interesting that that doorway is... That wall is... Okay, he went through the window. So he jumped through the window. But I can't get eyes on him. We'll hold here for the angle. And I'm going to get you to hold here if he comes down this corridor. I've got an Overwatch team. There we go, we spotted him. He's just there. I don't think I have shots on him with the Overwatch team. Obviously, Crash Test could step out and shoot him. He's not that badly injured. If I step out, I've got a 41% chance, and I should be able to step back into cover. The scary thing is reaction fire. Okay, well, there goes the cover I was going to use. We could run to there, and then rely on reaction fire from these two if he moves after Crash. Sorbical cannot help here. I could dash to here. I was going to take cover behind this wall. I think I just run as far away as I can. And hope that the fire... Unfortunately, the fire is blocked by all of this smoke. Oh, jeez. This is really, like... This is really tough, folks. I am not having a good time. Well, I'm having a great time. I'm going to hold this team here because I don't know where that last guy is. What a mission. He didn't take the option I thought he was going to take. Okay, Sobekal resist the mesmerization. Sobekal tank the shot on the car. Sniper shot. Rifle shot. Missed. Pistol. Yeah, Chris Big Daddy. 2 great kills. Alright, let's finish this alien and hopefully finish the mission. Maybe there wasn't a robot. I didn't hear it that turn. 96 times 3. There's still another enemy. Because that wasn't mission accomplished. So where is this last enemy? Where is it? I don't know where this last enemy is. I'm going to move everyone forward a little bit. Just open up our firing lines. I'm going to bring Crazy Dice Power down off the roof. But I'm going to relocate our sniper to here. Hopefully it reveals itself. I've got Sobekal out in the open. I'm going to put Crash Test in cover here. Let's try to work out what this last enemy is. It's in... Oh, it's... Okay, it's just a Secton. Just a Secton. Well, let's kill him and go home. From here, do you have a shot? No, you're gonna have to... You've got a... No, so how did he shoot you? If I move you here, 44%. We'll take the shot. I'll turn, I'll crouch. I'll make it a 49. Okay. You don't have a shot from here, but I'm fairly sure you'll have a shot from there. There is a robot. Okay, there's a big robot at the back of the building, but we can take out this Secton first. Or we can just miss with all of our shots on him. That can also happen. If I bring you to here... Oh, you need to run all the way around, don't you? And there's no way my sniper can see him. Okay, I need to relocate the team from over here to this side of the map. This is, like, completely blocking cover. Let's not make mistakes because we're at the end of the mission. Yeah? Let's keep this nice and careful. I'm a little bit worried about Tachyon if I'm being completely honest. But the robot's far enough away that I don't think he's got a shot on him. Obviously the Secton might. Can't throw a smoke far enough unless I relocate you to the corner. I am just going to... I don't think that's good enough. I was going to try and smoke. I think we need to bring Fat Nobby off the roof. I don't think there's a lot Fat Nobby can do on the roof for me right now. Come off the back of the roof, Fat Nobby. Okay. Everyone else has acted apart from Chris Big Daddy. I'm going to run Chris Big Daddy down to here and have him stand. Hopefully be a little bit more of a target than Tachyon is. This guy should relocate because he's got no cover. I'm just a little bit worried about Tachyon taking fire. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot! Yeah, I'm taking too big a risk. Okay, way too big a risk. No, did you did not just kill Tachyon? We've lost 3 soldiers this mission. Team, this is really tough. I'm struggling here. Okay, he's down. I could blow this. I want to bring you into cover here. I'm really scared to put you in cover there. But I need to get you close to do your job. Or I can put you here. He can't shoot you here, but what if he just shoots and destroys the cover? I guess we have to just hope. We'll leave you with reaction fire. I'm gonna put you in the open. Ugh, you better run around the wall. I'm gonna put you in the open here, in the hopes that he shoots at you over the rest of my team. You need to take position If I get you here, next turn you can step out and shoot if he's still in that corridor. And then you need to just keep running across. I'll put you in the open as well, actually, in case he wants to shoot this way. Although you don't have any armor on your shield, so that's actually a huge mistake. Crap. Okay. I'm tired. It's been a long mission. What's the robot gonna do? Who's he gonna shoot at? Who's gonna kill? Good, it's shooting at the shield. These guys are literally Terminators. I can't believe Tachyon's dead. Literally one of my best soldiers. I don't know how I'm gonna recover from that. Okay, these guys can just eat fire, can't they? 2 here, 83 times 3. It's still alive. 27. God, it costs you so much to move. You can't hit from there. Okay. Apparently this has less range than this. Oh, we've got the sniper shot. We've got the sniper shot. 55%. I can crouch, though. Come on, fat newbie. Oh, crap. Crap. Why can't I kill this thing? Do we think one shot at 74% chance is enough to kill it? The other option is 2 shots at 29. I think I want to take the 74. Please kill it, Sorbacol. I'm gonna lose another soldier. Just try to kill this stupid robot. It's got no health left. It's taken so much damage. Please shoot the shields. Shoot the shields. Don't kill Crash Test. Oh my god, we just lost Sorbacol. What should mean that's not mission accomplished? There's more aliens on the map. I've lost... We're at 50% casualties. We've saved 1 human, 1 civilian. This is really bad. This is a disaster. And honestly, I don't know if I've made that many mistakes. There's a sectoid. That's what's left on the map. 1 little sectoid. Alright, where's my sniper? I know where he is now. He's over here. At least the turns don't take very long when you only have like 2 actions to make. Also, what a coward. When everyone else was fighting and dying down here, he's been like, what, stealing candy? Is he defective? He's not doing anything. I'm just gonna take some shots at him, I think. My team are so good. Okay, that was nothing. We're gonna have to blow the wall with Crash Test. We'll run to here where Crash Test has perfect cover. And we can blow the wall next turn. We'll get you up as well. You've still got 37 on your shield, so you can act as a bait. And then you need to move forward, so you've got line of sight. Do you have line of sight from here? No. Probably just on the corner here then. We blow his cover, we shoot the crap out of him. He maybe have a bug. He's not doing anything. I feel like he's bugged. $85, 88% chance to blow the cover. My mood is low. Oh my god. Is it complete? Can I recover from this? Please let the medbay save at least one soldier. Cool. I'm glad I spent all that money on the medbay. What a nightmare. Lieutenant Sobercall, dead. Private Zinc, KIA. Captain Tachyon, one of my best soldiers, KIA. Crash Test is now a captain. Chris Big Daddy is now a sergeant. Sir Chrissy Dice Power is now a sergeant major. Fat Newbie is already a captain. They all got given the gallantry citation, which is +1 to all health. It's +1 to all stats, but we did capture a Scion. They're called Androns. We got a lot of stuff. We saved 2 civilians. We killed 50. There was only 15 enemies on that mission. It felt like there were 100. Alright, well the first thing we need to do is we need to recruit 3 soldiers to replace the 3 we just lost. So we lost a rifleman. We lost an assault. And we lost a shield soldier. So I'm going to grab the 3 best of those. That's 60 grand. Straight away. I need to re-recruit. So we've got 3 new privates coming in. We're gonna have to train them up. We're also going to have to rebuild Asteria. Luckily we have the wreckage, so it's not as expensive as it could be. Civilian corpse analysis is done. We're now working on symbiote corpse analysis. I think we've got more important stuff to work on than that. Maybe not quite yet, but definitely coming up when these guys return to base. Oh, we're also going to need 3 suits of armor, because they get destroyed in this difficulty when the soldier gets killed. Alright, we can now do Elenium explosives, and we can observe a Scion, which is pretty cool. We're currently working on tissue regeneration, though. How is everything else going at the moment? So we're 2 days away from our hangar. We have the Andron autopsy. Body size large, robotic. The accuracy apparently is only 55. Analysis of the recovered Andron remains confirm that these fearless creatures are entirely robotic, with no trace of biological tissue detected among the wreckage. Their physiology is nonetheless much like that of any other bipedal humanoid. Synthetic muscles built from servo motors and hydraulic pistons sit over a heavy titanium skeleton, granting a similar range of motion to the average human. Unfortunately, these robotic muscles appear rather stronger than their biological equivalent. Androns can smash through brick walls like paper, and the immense weight of their armor plate that encases their body barely seems to inconvenience them at all. Buried deep within the chest cavity is a small Elenium reactor that appears capable of providing sufficient energy for months of operation, while the metal skull contains numerous processing units that presumably constitute an electronic brain. This brain is notably smaller than that of any comparable biological creature, yet despite this, battlefield reports suggest Androns remain perfectly capable of basic combat skills such as marksmanship. However, they are notably slow to process situational changes, no they're not, and display a puzzling reluctance to utilize cover. Well, that's true. Androns are likely to pose our soldiers significant issues on the battlefield, hell yeah. Finding a way to breach their armored shell will be paramount to success, as my tests suggest the electrical innards beneath are surprisingly delicate. We can now do an Andron wreckage analysis. Okay. Before I forget, we're going to rebuild the Mars. It's going to cost 125,000. We're going to slot that in right behind Warden Armor. We can now Andron combat wreckage. We also probably have some stuff to sell for 200k. I have more to do here because we have all of this stuff coming online. But honestly, after what just happened, I need to take a break. I'm exhausted after that combat. So I'm going to stop recording for now. And we're going to pick up the next episode from where we are before the next mission pops. Thank you so much for watching. I am so sorry that I lost so many soldiers on that mission. I honestly thought I had it under control. And then it really just snowballed into disaster. I felt like I had a really good grip on what was happening for a very long time before it just went south. And there were some really unlucky moments, like failing to kill that Andron at the end. And losing Tachyon. I feel like that was the biggest mistake, was putting Tachyon in that position to take that shot. I was being cautious before when I was dealing with the officer, and then I went back on that with the positioning of Tachyon. So Tachyon's loss was my fault. Losing Sorbacol, I feel, was not my fault. I don't know. It could have been worse. We could have also lost our crazy dice power when he got shot on the roof. But right now, I feel like the aliens' accuracy is unreal, and their guns are so powerful. We are a step behind in the combat stakes. We need better armor, we need better weapons. I need to get that plasma stuff online. Anyway, enough talking for now. I'm going to take a break. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience in waiting for this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye.